Hello, this is Clemmy Games and welcome to episode 6 of My Gaming History, the series where you can learn more about me and the games that have shaped my preferences and perspective with regards to gaming today. In this episode, we will be looking at Age of Empires, a real-time strategy game developed by Ensemble Studios and released on the PC in 1997. The expansion pack, The Rise of Rome, was subsequently released on PC in 1998. A typical game of Age of Empires involved gathering resources, building and expanding your base, training troops, researching technology, and ultimately destroying the enemy bases. However, one thing which stood out was its theme, which has its roots in human history. As the leader of an ancient civilization, the player was tasked with leading the faction from the Stone Age through to the Iron Age. Being a video game, how this functioned was that players had to pay a certain amount of resources in order to advance into the next age, which is not completely realistic, but the concept of this in the game was certainly intriguing. Furthermore, your buildings change in appearance whenever you progress to the next age, which made the advancement of time feel more concrete. The game had a variety of modes, but since I mainly played in single player, these will be the ones that I elaborate on. There were several campaigns to choose from, each charting the story of a different civilization. Next were the scenarios, which mirrors skirmish modes in other real-time strategy games. Next was random map, and finally we have deathmatch, which was a twist on random map with a higher resource density. Personally, I messed around with the campaigns first before going into random map, which was my preferred game mode. What was most interesting to me about Age of Empires was the resource collection mechanics in the game. At the time, my exposure to real-time strategy consisted of only Command & Conquer Red Alert, as mentioned in episode 2 of this series. However, in Age of Empires, you actually had to train villagers and use them to collect resources and even to construct buildings. Looking back, since I did not play Warcraft 1 or 2, this mechanic in the game was very fresh to me at the time. I remember recruiting a large number of villagers and simply setting them loose on the map. Since resource nodes like trees, stone and gold did not respawn, my horde of villagers simply descended upon the map like a swarm of locusts and stripped the land bare. Another aspect which was new to me was the population cap, where you had to build houses if you wanted to train more troops. Again, coming from Red Alert, this aspect was something which I did not encounter previously. Population caps in RTSs is one way of ensuring balance in the game, with more powerful units taking up a larger population requirement. I believe that this aspect can actually be traced back to tabletop games like Warhammer, in which units are assigned point values and the total point value of any army cannot exceed a fixed amount. Going back to the units in Age of Empires, there was certainly a large variety of said units. Some examples include archers, hoplites, elephant riders, chariots, ballista, and even priests. The overall theme was definitely represented very well, and as an RTS experience, Age of Empires is definitely one of the standout ones for me. Anyway, that will do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Do stay tuned for the next episode for another game from my past. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment if you would like to share your experience with the game. Thanks again and I will see you in the next video.